You just raise your hand, please, if you want to ask questions. Steve, yeah.
Matt, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you just give us your thoughts on being handled the captaincy of your country?
Yeah, it's a massive honour. When I think of the names that have on that list that kind of went before me, and the last three, especially the ones that I've sort of experienced in Caelan, Pete and Johnny. Obviously there's been a few in there as well with Tig. These are sort of role models for me, and to be sort of put in the same list is a big deal, but I sort of made a point to myself to not think about it too much and just take it by day, and I'm very comfortable in the group, and you know, it hasn't got to me too much, and I've enjoyed the week really. It's been nice. My phone's kind of been blowing up, and sorry if I haven't got back to anyone yet, but no, I've really enjoyed the week, and we've had a great week's prep, and everyone's ready for tomorrow.
I saw a great photograph of you yesterday, aged 4, on the shoulders of Jonna Longman. Can you talk us through that kind of image of you as a child and fast forward your journey now to captain of Ireland?
Yeah, I suppose we were just a big sort of rugby fan family. Dad would have got us in at a very young age, sort of down in Bective. And I suppose as the years went on and became a bit more serious, but it wasn't until I suppose I left school that I really took it seriously and saw that I might have had a shot at going in pro. So, yeah, we were always a massive rugby family, and it was all we talked about. And you know, we'd be excited going to these games and watching these games on Saturdays, especially the Six Nations. So, kind of weird to look back through the eyes of a child. And but yeah, it's nice to be here now, and I'm absolutely loving everything that has to go with the team, and yeah, thrilled to be here.
And how confident are you of leading this team to another victory tomorrow to keep you on course for what will be another very special year?
Yeah, that's the only thing on my mind is getting a performance. You know, we've gone well the last 2 weeks, but only at times, and we've definitely had patches in the games where we weren't at our best, and there was some sort of areas where we really need to work on to get an 80-minute performance. So that's one of the things we've been talking about, is making sure we start well and then continue that the whole game. So it's, yeah, all eyes are on tomorrow, and there's been not one word talked about any other game, and this is massive for us. It's a great sort of stadium to play. We've talked about how passionate the Welsh fans are, and how sort of maybe daunting or beautiful, I suppose, that stadium is to play rugby in. So everyone's really excited about tomorrow.
Still water. Yeah, cheers. Still on live sections. Anyone got any questions in the live section? Yeah, of course, yeah.
Obviously, there have been very special moments in this stadium, including Ireland's first Grand Slam in 61 years in 2009. Can I just ask you your own memories of that? You're also only 10 years old back then, but do you remember watching that occasion?
To be honest, I don't have like one single memory. Obviously, would have followed the team as a kid, but I couldn't tell you where I was now, to be honest, or where I was watching it. 2009 was probably, I could have been in Romania, actually. Now that I think about it, I think we moved to Romania that year, so yeah, I was probably watching it from there. But
not the answer I was looking for.
Okay, yeah, Keane.
Just on the loan picture, how did it come about?
I actually think it was as simple as a family connection. Needed a kid to just in the marketing agency. I think my auntie was in a marketing agency at the time, and they needed a kid willing to shave his head. And my parents willingly put me forward. So that was it. Like I have a vague memory of it. I was very young, but I remember being pretty cool, and I remember sort of rocking back into school the next day with the haircut and sort of getting a good giggle out of the lads.
Is it hanging up at home or anything like that?
I actually don't know where there was a photo, but I can't actually remember where the photo is anymore. We've moved house a few times, it's probably been lost.
Yeah. Just get your thoughts on Wales at the moment. It's a very difficult run they've been on, change of the head coach in the middle of a tournament. There's a sense that the result's almost a foregone conclusion at the moment, given where the two teams find themselves. Can I get your thoughts on all that?
Yeah, like obviously they've been on a losing run of late, but they're a passionate nation, and you don't like, we only got here yesterday, and it's everywhere. Everyone's still really behind the team, and they're a real passionate bunch of people. So I think in that sense, it's not in any way an easy fixture, or if anything, it's sort of knuckle down the basics and make sure we show up with the proper intent, because that's probably their game plan, is to come and try to bully us or physically dominate. So we've been talking about that all week, where we need to make sure we come out with proper intent, and from the first whistle that we're lashing into them.
You might have known what to expect from a Warren Gatland Wales side, but has the change of head coach made them difficult to analyse in some way?
Yeah, it's kind of tricky, I suppose, when it's the week of a test game to sort of switch up or try to predict. So we focused a lot on what we can control, and that's us. But obviously we talked a small bit about how Cardiff played, and they play a lovely sort of attacking style rugby, and they have great flow with it. So we've talked a small bit about it, but it's hard to tell how much that can change over a week, and we just sort of need to focus on what we can control, stick to our basics, and hope that the things we've put in place will handle anything. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. That's it for the live section, and we're into embargo now till